Well, I haven't started any of these.
Do you want to start?
Sure, I'll
Go
start.
ahead, start.
Hi.
Hi, did you like that music?
Yeah, it was great. Did you like the rocket flying off into space, our listeners? Can you see it? In your mind's eye, you can see the rocket flying off
Right,
into space.
because if they're listening to us on our new availability
podcast. Yeah, 'cause we can be on
Amazon
podcasts.
Music and iTunes
Spotify.
and Google and Spotify, they can't see the
Wait, don't
rocket.
forget about iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. That's right. You can find us all there.
You can find us on iHeartRadio.
So
I mean, you got to look for us in order to find us, but
You can find us.
you can find us.
can find us.
We're there. We're there.
But anyway,
if you want us.
this is the continuation of a previous video where a year in review by Respect to Pick. We finished January to June last episode, and today we're going to go July to the end.
Also, I would say that if all these places you can find us, if you just want to come and sit and watch us, you can. There's a chair right there.
right, there's a couple chairs around here.
That's my invitation. Come on over. Sit right there and watch us.
But The Rock, he's not invited to come sit and watch. He's
No,
invited to bash.
he
through
can
the wall.
come, but he's got a
Shit out of
Kool-Aid
people.
He can come and watch. He just has to beat the shit out of me at the end.
He's got a Kool-Aid through the wall, right? Didn't we say M. Night Shyamalan's got to write Phil out somehow?
Yeah, he's got a.
And Ken Jeong has to perform a deadly surgery on me.
All right. So we're going to July.
The big events of July 2023. Who has anything?
I mean,
big?
we had 4th of July.
I have one. Puppet History Season 6 came
What
out.
the fuck is puppet history?
So fun.
What is it?
It's a YouTube show.
Okay.
It's from the channel Watcher, who try to create TV level shows on YouTube. Because
Okay.
they don't have to deal with like the CDC and people like that.
Gotcha.
And Puppet History is one of their bigger shows. It goes into the
Maybe we need to get on there.
Are they talking about puppets or
No,
like the
the-
history of puppets, or is it
it's
puppets?
history by puppets.
Oh, by puppets. Okay.
So it's like the Muppets, but they also don't. It's not like for kids though,
So it's like drunk history,
but with
but
puppets.
with puppets.
Yes.
So puppet
Okay.
history.
Puppet History.
All right. Gotcha.
It should be history
History
by
with
puppets.
I don't know, but it's so good. They always have music at the end of every show, like new songs, and they're always good. There are always fun stories on the show. I didn't get into it until recently, but this is the newest season that came out, and it's so much fun.
I'm going to check it out.
You should.
That's a YouTube channel.
I'm intrigued.
If we send people to your YouTube channel, you should send people to
Well,
our
they are also
YouTube
much.
channel.
They are much bigger than us.
I don't-
Several.
What do you mean
several
big?
thou-
Nobody's bigger than us.
Several million subscribers.
All right. Well, we can send them to them. They can send them to what?
Yeah.
You send people
We'll
to
send
our
like
business.
20
we'll
over
send,
there. They send a couple million our way.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I mean, I would think the big July is Barbieheimer, right?
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
Listen, I didn't watch Barbie, and I keep seeing it. It's popping up now on the streaming channel.
It's on Max now. Yep.
Okay, so I'm not into it really. I might maybe I can turn it on as a background music movie or something, background song, but I don't know.
Well-
I mean, I like Margot Robbie. I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't like Margot Robbie?
All right, Jaden, we know you don't like us to tell us that we think a girl is pretty.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
just-
We hate Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie, we hate you.
It's like you just said. I really like Margot Robbie only because she's attractive.
I mean, I said I like look. Well,
No, she's actually a really good actress. Have you ever seen? Did you see? Shit. What the hell was that fucking movie? Babylon. She was in Babylon, and she has to play an actress.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
And watching her transform into, like they tell her, okay, you have to cry. So right before your eyes, she just starts crying, and she looks
I
absolutely
mean, you
miserable.
think it's right before your eyes.
Right, and she does a fantastic job. She's an amazing actress.
So what are people saying about Barbie that they like? Because I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it had its fun moments. It had its fun little, Barbie.
But there's
jokes.
like a feminist point to it. There's a feminist
Right.
value in there
Right.
that I don't know because I haven't seen it. I would like somebody to let us know.
taking control.
Yeah.
Taking,
Well, I didn't watch it, so
not living up to everyone's expectations and doing what you think you are capable of.
Right.
So instead of just being Barbie, she wants to be something else.
Right. She wants to go out and get a real job. She doesn't want to just be, the stereotypical pretty girl. She wants to go and show that she has skills and has the talent to do
I mean,
something.
if you watch that Seinfeld episode, being a pretty girl's the easiest job in the world.
Did you see the
It's a Seinfeld episode.
Okay, yeah, but that's a very pretty outdated.
No, it is. But do you know what episode I'm talking about, right? She
No.
gets some tickets. They don't have any tickets. They're all sold out, and he sends her over, and she gets some
Oh
tickets.
yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't see it.
I didn't. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't see either of them because I think I'm on social media and like Twitter and everything like X more than both of you combined.
Probably.
And both movies were built up so much.
They really
online that I know I'm only going to be disappointed by both of them.
Oppenheimer, I thought it was good.
I like the
enjoyed
guy
it.
who played him.
Right. Cillian Murphy.
Killing Murphy.
He's fantastic. He's one of those guys where it's like, holy shit, he's not from America. He doesn't have, because he has a huge, thick accent. But he does one of the best jobs of hiding it ever. Him, Idris Elba, two dudes who I didn't realize were not from United States until you hear him in an interview.
Tom Holland.
is pretty good at it.
Tom
too.
Holland, yeah, he does a good job of hiding his accent.
Benedict Cumberbatch slips a little bit.
Yeah, he does. He does.
The worst is Ewan McGregor. I love Ewan McGregor, but he's terrible at letting it slip.
Speaking of Benedict Cumberbatch, have you ever seen his documentary he did where he can't say the word penguin?
I did. I heard about that.
He's like, these penguins are
I think I saw it.
It's pretty funny.
really funny.
But Oppenheimer, I think it was blown way out of proportion how good it was. I enjoyed it. I think Christopher Nolan in general, if we were ever to do a overrated episode again, he would be on my list.
I want to do another. Is my mic on again?
No, you're back. You're fine.
Oh.
The three Dark Knight movies were fantastic. Interstellar,
I liked Interstellar.
I don't fucking get it. I don't care for it.
I'm not even a big Matthew McConaughey fan, but I liked Interstellar.
How do you just drift into space? The whole ending, he's drifting in space and just fucking ends up looking in his fucking through his own wall. I don't fucking get it.
Christopher Nolan, this is a recurring joke, but you have permission to come direct an episode of Respect the Pick.
Yeah, come on. Come direct us.
I didn't care for the World War II movie that he did. All the actors looked the same. You didn't know who was who. Tenet, good luck trying to fucking follow Tenet.
David?
You can't. You don't know what the fuck's going on in that movie.
Yeah.
And then Oppenheimer, I mean, it was just so...
Oppenheimer was interesting. I think it was way too long. They could have cut a lot of stuff out. They could have cut a lot of dialogue. They talked a lot, maybe too much. And I don't think nobody who's seen it is ever going to want to see it again. It has zero rewatchability.
I agree. They made this big deal about Oppenheimer now on streaming. You can buy it on streaming. And you can buy the...
Yeah, if you've already seen it in the movie theater, you don't want to watch it
Who
again.
the fuck is gonna buy that?
Okay. Let's continue on, I think, though,
August.
to August.
All right, so we're moving on from July to August.
There's
What
not
went
much in
down?
August, but we did come up with Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, that was a big deal. It was one of our most watched episodes on YouTube, was with breaking down Ahsoka. I liked Ahsoka. I thought it was one of the better Star Wars shows. It was better than Boba Fett. I liked it better than most of Mando. Mando definitely had its moments, don't get me wrong.
It's not better than Mandalorian. It's not better than Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan.
or Kenobi or whatever it's called.
I watched Obi-Wan. I think a big problem with these Disney shows is not blasting them all out at once. I think they're all so much better if you can just go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but they want you to stay
I
subscribed.
They want you to talk about the show.
And they want you to stay subscribed to it.
I get that, but I watched Loki seasons 1 and 2 straight through. Liked it so much better because you can follow what's going on more.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was better because some of the slower parts, it wasn't like the whole episode. You're like, that's it,
Right.
But if you're streaming them the whole way through, that builds up as one movie and it doesn't feel as bad.
So what you're saying is
They need to follow the Netflix format and release all the episodes at once.
what you're saying is you can't remember what happened last week, so you have to.
well,
Not necessarily can't remembered, but I mean, yeah, in a grown-up world, there's a lot of shit going on.
you also want the payoff sooner, and if you don't have the payoff sooner, you have a bad taste in your mouth from an episode that had no payoff.
Boom, that's it exactly.
I mean, you have bad taste in your mouth because like I said,
I think that the weekly releases is how TV shows need to be done. Would you watch a 12-hour movie? No, but you'll sit and binge a TV show that's 12 hours long? That doesn't make sense to me.
Not the whole thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tandy and I did 12 hours of Game of Thrones before. I wouldn't be surprised
It doesn't make sense to me. But you never go and see a 12-hour movie in the theater.
Well, it's
No,
different in
that's
the
true.
theater because you can get up and go pee, and
Right,
you
you can pause
You can
it.
stop if you want to. you can go to sleep.
You'd never sit on the couch.
Sure,
and
you
watch
would.
12
I
hours.
would.
I like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Tandy and I 12-hour Game of Thrones.
But his point is that's not what his point is. His point is if it was a movie, you wouldn't have done that.
Right.
True, very true.
My
But
point
I
is,
think you would have.
I think that the weekly. Oh my God, Charlie!
It's so funny watching Jaden get startled by Charlie. He's here, dude. He's here. He's
He's
lived
just-
here for many, many years. Every time he barks, Jaden jumps out of his skin.
He's just quiet,
Yeah.
and then he's so loud. It's not that every time he barks, I'm scared.
Yeah, you are.
He startles
He's
me too.
barking now, and
He
I'm
has
fine.
never startled me before.
There's times I've screamed at that dog because I'm sitting at home, Tandy's working, I'm in this house all by myself, dead silence, then all of a sudden, whoop, whoop.
So back to Ahsoka. My biggest problem with Ahsoka is the character Ahsoka has zero personality. She's
I agree with that.
boring as hell to watch. I did like the other girl. I can't remember her
Sabine
name.
Wren.
Wren, yeah, she was fun. The guy who played Thrawn, it's not really what I
I don't like the Thrawn guy.
thought.
either.
But yeah, I mean, we did a whole Ahsoka. If you want to watch it, go to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ahsoka came out in July. It's not. It was okay. Phil loved it. I liked it.
I
came
was
out in
disappointed
August.
in the finale. As much as I liked the show,
The finale didn't do anything.
I
Nothing
was
happened. There was no.
yeah.
There was no climax. There was no.
It really wasn't.
Like I said, payoff. So let's move
the
on.
biggest thing that happened was Ezra got home. Spoiler alert.
September.
Yeah, September.
September, Starfield came out. That was like the most anticipated game of 2023. Probably the most anticipated game of the last 10, maybe 5 years. It sold a lot. It got some good reviews and some bad reviews. That's all I can say.
I don't want to massively overshadowed by Baldur's Gate.
We didn't talk that much about Starfield ever. We haven't had really. We didn't do a video. Even done a video game episode yet.
I heard that people played it, beat it, gave up on it, didn't like it enough to keep exploring the open world.
Well, there's some people. I talked to somebody, I can't remember who. Oh no, Heath. He said he's gone through it like 30 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's hit or miss. It's like people wanted it to be more than it was, but Bethesda was just saying this is what it is, and it is what they said it was. People just thought it was going to be. Sometimes the things you want aren't possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes the expectations people have for games are not possible technically. You know, so yeah, we all want it to be the greatest game ever that can do anything that you want to do in it, but that's not possible.
Yeah.
So
Minecraft, baby.
it was fun to me. It was fun enough to me. I'll still play it again. They're going to keep updating it, but I probably will play through it again. Usually I play through a game and then I give it a break for a few months, and then if I get bored, I go back through and play through another
Well,
one. So
sometimes I'll play through a game and you'll be like, hell yeah, that was a good game, and play through it yourself.
Sometimes some games though, like this one, and like Tears of the Kingdom is another example. It's so frustrating to start over because you have to build yourself up so much that it just feels like work when you're trying to
sometimes
rebuild
like
your way
like
back up.
fast traveling, you don't have the fast travel spots unlocked, or you
Right.
don't have the glider yet, or you don't have some of those kinds
Which is
of
why
things.
I like games like Kid Icarus. You know, like you get your arrow and you get your fire thing and you get the
some games do
force
that.
field, and then you beat the game and you start over with that shit. and then
Sometimes
you,
that happens.
Blast through it. That's fun.
Sometimes they have like New Game Plus, and sometimes you get some of those things. But yeah, do you guys have anything for September?
Yeah, I have 2 things for September.
Okay, go.
Do you have anything?
Nope. Go for it.
Okay. First one, smaller one. I Expect You to Die 3. I love the I Expect You
That's
to
a
Die
3D.
games.
That's a
It's a VR game.
VR game.
They're really good, and I got the VR in July because it was my birthday. First 2 were out, and I played through both of them. And by the time I was finished playing through the 2 of them, the third one was out the next week, and I was so excited.
Yeah, they're fun.
they're so
fun.
much fun.
What is this again?
They got some humor in them, and it's a VR game. You're pretty much
Oh, okay.
you're pretty much staying still, but
Yeah, you're pretty much staying still, but you're like a spy.
and you look around the room and try to figure out what to do. Like you
Right.
can grab things and move it and
like
push it.
like a James Bond style. Like in the most recent game, there was like
Yeah.
a car chase scene. It
Like
was
that's
so
the
cool.
theme is like James Bond theme.
Okay. Yeah, I like that Star Wars VR thing that you
It's
had me
but
playing.
that's not anywhere near. This is almost like an escape room.
Yeah.
It's almost like an
okay.
escape room. It's fun. It is
a
fun.
lot of fun.
You didn't bring that home, did you?
No, it's still there.
You shouldn't leave all that stuff there. Okay, we got anything else for September?
Yes.
Okay.
I have one more thing. The start of the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, the teal mask.
What the hell is that?
It's Pokemon.
Okay.
The Pokemon DLC package was called the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, and the first part of it was the teal mask.
Okay.
Which came out in September.
All right.
It was great. I absolutely loved it.
You'll eat up any Pokemon.
I will eat up any Pokemon game.
Any Pokemon content.
No,
Yeah, you do.
I don't watch the show.
There's never been a Pokemon game that you said you didn't like.
I don't watch the show. I'm not a fan of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games.
Okay. And you don't play Pokemon Go, do you?
I do a little bit.
Okay.
Is that still a thing?
I don't like Pokemon Cafe Remix either. Yeah, Pokemon Go is still kind of a thing. But anyway, the Teal Mask, they released some great new Pokemon. Blood Moon Ursaluna is easily one of the best Pokemon they've ever made.
That's a specific Pokemon. That's
Yes.
a monster.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a Pokemon called Ursaluna that's like a big bear, and then they released a Blood Moon form for Ursaluna in this DLC.
Okay.
It was awesome. And then Ogerpon was also really cute and fun,
All right.
and I love the story of it.
I mean, it's hard for us to say anything
Right.
about Pokemon.
Yeah,
I don't know much about
Right.
Pokemon. I know that you love it, and maybe we should, if we're going to do a Pokemon episode someday, which we should brush up a little on it. I don't know how.
We may
I'll
need
teach you
a
guys.
guest. We may need a guest for that.
I can teach you guys some stuff. Don't
Play a game or something. Okay. October?
October was my cruise, and I had a lot of fun on my cruise. I also got pretty sick at the end of the month, but I had a good poker tournament. I took second place in a poker tournament on that cruise, won $700. So
And your cruise, you went to.
we went to Costa Mayo, Mexico.
So
Costa Mayo?
you guys like to go to the
Yeah,
beachy,
right.
tropical.
right. We usually like to escape the winter.
That's not.
You know,
that's not my.
Although
thing.
October is not really.
That's not
horrible
really
weather.
my thing. I mean, I'm not down. I'm not saying that it was stupid, but I can't go to beach. I don't want to go to a beach.
I'm along for the ride. My in-laws pay for everything,
True.
and
True.
You know, if
That's a nice way to go.
if
on a
it was
cruise.
my first choice, I wouldn't care. But,
Where
you
would
know,
you go though?
Like when we went to in February when we would go, it's a nice way to escape the winter.
You can do a European cruise. They're
I would like to
super
do.
expensive.
We've talked about that, but yeah,
What
if it ever happened, it would be way
What
down the
about a
road.
cruise that drives the boat right into every baseball stadium in North
Oh,
America?
I'm in for that. Are you kidding?
You have to be a riverboat cruise. right?
First one to sign up for that. Or like a airplane cruise.
My thing for October is Spider-Man 2. Came out for PlayStation 5.
I recently beat Spider-Man 2.
It's fun.
It's so good.
It's the mechanics are really good. Like that first Spider-Man was really good. You can be Miles and Peter.
Yep.
There's a lot of different suits to unlock.
I'm not going to say too much, but I think the storyline with Harry was great. It
The
was well done.
storyline is good. It's Venom and what's the guy's-
Kraven.
Craven.
I so badly want to get into these games, but I don't have time, man.
Yeah.
Between editing all this and editing my other YouTube channel, that's all I have time for.
Yeah. Okay. November.
November, I had some stuff. Well, actually, I had some stuff. I had one more thing for October.
Okay, go for it. October.
Mario Wonder released in October.
Oh, Mario Wonder's fun. A lot of fun surprises. I haven't gotten too deep into the game yet, but I mean, it's pretty easy, like most
it's
Mario
pretty easy.
games are.
It's just one of the bigger games of the year, and I thought it was fun, so I thought we should mention it.
2023 was a big year for video games.
Yeah, it was.
If you think you had Baldur's Gate, which won most of the awards, you had
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom, which also won some awards. Hogwarts Legacy, which was made the most money.
Starfield.
You had Spider-Man 2, and you had Star Wars Jedi
And then Mario Wonder also.
and Mario Wonder. It was
pretty
a
big.
huge year for video games. Huge year for video games. We haven't even done a video game episode yet.
Oh,
We did
should.
Nintendo. We
did
Well, we should do just an all-rounder video game.
Or
episode
like
at
a
some
big
point.
boy episode and get Heath in here.
Yeah.
Heath knows a lot about those
Do
games.
you have anything else?
And
No,
Heath
I don't
is
have any.
funny as shit.
So November,
November. I have two things.
I have one thing, and I'll wait. Phil, do you have a November?
My November is I haven't watched it yet, but I can't wait. I think we're gonna let the episodes build up and binge it. But season 5 of Fargo comes out.
Oh, I heard that.
Fargo, guys, if you haven't
It
watched
already
Fargo, it's so freaking good. They're basically like gangster movies. Most of them, like the movie, it's ordinary people getting in over their heads with crime.
Is it based?
What it seems to be.
Is it based on the movie Fargo?
I think so, but again, with like individual stories. Each year is a different story, or each season is a different story. Different characters, different actors. It's not like American Horror Story where it's different stories, but it's the same actors.
Is it Glenn Howerton in the movie?
He's in the original season. He's in the first season.
Oh.
I mean, you've seen like guys like Colin Hanks and who's the guy who plays Black Panther's buddy? He was in Sherlock Holmes. What's his name?
What's his name? Oh, Martin Freeman.
That's it.
Martin Freeman's
Black
in the
Panther's
season. Buddy.
Billy Bob Thornton.
They call him the Hobbit.
You had Aquaman's brother. You had Kirsten Dunst. You had a lot of people. Ted Danson was in a season. Ewan McGregor played 2 different characters in one season. David Thewlis, the guy who plays Harry Potter's mentor.
Harry Potter's mentor.
Lupin.
Harry Potter had a lot of mentors.
He did have a lot of mentors. But there's so many good actors in this. And this year's has John Hamm and a bunch of people. Ron Swanson was in a season of Fargo, I think, too. Chris Rock.
All right.
A lot of great actors. And the stories, like I said, it's just ordinary people usually getting in too deep with like crime-filled stuff. And each season's so great. I can't wait to start season 5 once we build
Fargo. Where do you stream it?
Hulu. I've always found it on Hulu. If you haven't, do yourselves a favor. Watch seasons 1 through 3. 1 through 3 are amazing. 1 and 3 in particular, and then season 4 is okay. And I can't wait for 5.
Is that November? Are we done with November?
No, I have 2 things.
I have a November too. Okay, go.
The first thing I have for November is something that makes me angry.
Okay.
Thanksgiving the movie.
You find a way to bring that up any way you can.
Because it's stupid. It's so stupid.
What is it about?
Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving horror movie.
It's
you
a
can
slasher.
say anything in that horror movie voice, and it becomes a horror movie like chalkboard. And it becomes a horror movie.
Jello pudding pops.
You can just say anything, and I feel like that's what they're doing. They're like getting a random word generator, and they're like, let's make this into a movie.
Shag carpeting.
Fluffy white puppies.
Picture frame. It's so stupid. It's bullshit. I hate it.
There's
Thanksgiving.
There's like a video of a girl getting baked in a freaking oven like a turkey.
Thanksgiving 2. Turkey.
Thanksgiving 2. Grandma needs help in the kitchen.
Thanksgiving 3. There's lumps in the mashed potatoes.
Thanksgiving 4. The cranberry sauce. Like, I hate it. I hate that. And it drives me nuts every time there's a movie like that.
Thanksgiving 5. They didn't add sugar to the pumpkin pie.
Thanksgiving 6. We've done this joke too many times.
Wait, I got one more. Thanksgiving 7. The Cowboys aren't playing football.
Thanksgiving 8. It's time to move on from this joke.
Okay, so my November, I haven't watched it yet because I've fallen way behind on this show, but this has made me want to pick it back up. The greatest theme song on television for a television show, in my opinion, is from Doctor Who. And in November of this year, David Tennant came back
Yep.
and reprised the role as the 10th Doctor on Doctor Who, the special Doctor Who.
It was a Christmas episode, right?
That's how they always do it. That's how they always do that. They always start the next Doctor with a Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't watched it since.
So wait, is he going to do a whole season?
No.
Oh, okay.
Since Matt Smith left, I haven't stayed up on it. I watched a few Peter Capaldi's, and then it wasn't bad. I didn't hate Peter Capaldi. And then Jodie Whittaker came on, and that was what I just.
Well, we never made it through Peter Capaldi to get to Jodie Whittaker.
Right. So I'm going to watch Doctor Who now because I want to get back to that David Tennant.
Tell me how it is.
Being Doctor Who.
Are you gonna go back or just watch the new ones?
No, I'll watch. Maybe I'll watch the end of Matt Smith. and then pick it up from there. So that's it. I just wanted to say Doctor Who is really fun if you guys are looking for something fun to watch. There's some terrible episodes, but it's very Buffy the Vampire Slayer-ish. It's very
Matt Smith was my favorite. I think I liked David Tennant better, but I thought the Matt Smith episodes were better.
Okay. That's fair.
yeah.
I never watched maybe one or two Peter Capaldi's, but I don't remember them.
I had one more thing for November, and then we can move on.
Okay.
My favorite singer, Aurora, released a new single in November, Our Blood, and it was amazing. Easily one of my favorite songs.
Does she sing anything else that I may have heard of?
No.
I'm so not up to date with.
She had a minor voice part in Frozen 2. Did you know
Did
that?
she?
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
she.
Billy-
You know
Billy-
the
The
disembodied
name
voice
sounds
that goes.
familiar.
Oh, that's her.
That's her.
Oh.
Like
Billie Eilish is she's one of Billie Eilish's
Eilish's inspirations.
yeah, Billie Irish, Ariana
Eilish.
Grande. Eilish. Those are two singers. I couldn't tell you a single song that they sing. I know that they're huge. I know that they're very popular and they're very talented, but I couldn't tell you.
Aurora's not as huge. I mean, she has millions of hits on a few places, but she's not as big as those two.
Okay.
But she's my favorite singer right now.
All right, that was November, and now we're in the month we're in right now. To me, the greatest thing that happened in December was Respect the Picks year in review episode,
That and us
especially part 2.
branching out to every
Every
podcast.
Are we on every
format.
podcast now, though?
Every major one.
every major one, not
Most-
Spotify, except for Spotify.
Nope, we're on
There's
Spotify.
no way we're on Spotify.
We're on Spotify.
Guess
Wait,
what?
get
Guess
outta
what?
here.
Guess
We're
what?
not
Guess what? We're on Spotify.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Okay. If you guys tell me this, you're gonna blow my mind.
Yes, we're on
completely.
Amazon Music.
Are we on iTunes?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Get out of here.
Not only are we on iTunes and Spotify, but you can find us on Amazon Music too.
What?
You guys sick of this joke yet?
If you say that one more
I
time.
hope not. Because we're going to keep doing it.
How about iHeartRadio? Do you prefer listening to your podcast on iHeartRadio? Because we're there.
Oh,
We're there.
okay. There was your Matthew Perry right there.
Speaking of Matthew Perry, do we have any other Decembers?
December. I have one December, and that is Christmas. Christmas happened.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fun.
Christmas
Well,
happened.
that happens every year.
I got to watch Elf. I got to watch Christmas Vacation. I got to watch Miracle on 34th Street
I had COVID. I was very out of the Christmas spirit until like the last few days.
until you got home. Your mom put you right in it, didn't she?
My favorite December thing was I won another one of these bad boys. You get a poker chip if you win your.
Phil won the poker tournament,
final
won a lot of
tournament
money,
of the
didn't give
year.
me any.
Then I have.
Hey, I bought you a shirt with it.
Oh, that's right.
I got a December thing too. Remember how we were talking about Pokemon's DLC, the Teal Mask? The Teal Mask was part 1. Indigo Disc, part 2, released in December.
Wow. 2 months in a row of
What?
Pokemon.
No, Teal Mask released in
Oh, okay.
October.
Oh.
And then
So almost 2 months.
almost 2 months in a row. It was great. I think Indigo Disc was better. They made some interesting decisions with the Pokemon. I'll show you some of them later, but I'll send you a picture of one I want you to pull up right now. Raging Bolt. What the fuck is going on there?
Okay.
I'll send you a picture of him so you can put him on screen.
Okay.
But it's so weird.
Okay.
So anyway, that was our year in review for Respect the Pick.
That was the whole year.
Whole year.
January with the.
But I
with
left out this bad boy.
January with The Last of Us to December with Phil winning the poker tournament.
Indigo
And
Disc.
look, in the middle of
Indigo
that
Disc.
was May.
Phil hit a home run.
My favorite weekend in the world too, Memorial Day weekend. The weather's just starting to get nice.
Your favorite weekend
we had
in
a
the world.
we had a rain out day. We had a rain out day game for a makeup. We played it. Okay, it was at the shortest field in the whole league, but still,
Nobody else hit one.
you cannot get more of a satisfying feeling than hitting a freaking baseball with a wooden bat over the fence. That's all I'm gonna say about
I
it.
definitely can.
In 2023, we lost some people, so we have because we usually do a top 11. This is not going to be a top 11. It's not going to be in any kind of order.
Right.
It's just 11 people who passed in 2023, and we are going to sadly miss them.
Yeah, and we might as well start with the most recent one.
post 2023, we'll be missing these people badly.
Right. Starting with the most recent, Andre Braugher.
Yeah.
Andre Braugher.
Very sad to hear about that.
I can't believe he died.
Yeah, the show just ended not too long ago, and then.
And I've said it before in the show. It's one of my favorite shows in the world. I think it's underrated. It's better than The Office. It's better than a lot of the more popular. It's better than Friends.
For those of you who don't know, Andre Braugher played Captain Raymond Holt, on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
One of the better characters.
He was also on.
shows.
He was on a couple other shows.
Yeah,
too.
he was.
I wish I knew. I should have prepped for that. But yeah, he was so funny. He was my favorite. Remember when we did the list of our favorite characters? He was both of our favorite.
He would have done great voice acting or like voice actors.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He had like this great deep voice. He would have made a great like
Yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
Just even a voiceover guy. But yeah, it's sad.
Another one of our favorite sitcoms took a hit, and we were live on.
We were live on the air when we
streaming.
found out.
We were streaming when we found out Matthew Perry passed away. Mark was looking at his phone while we were kind of settling into our live stream. We were going to do an episode about scary things.
It kind of ruined the episode.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
But I mean, it's kind of cool to see.
Damn him. Right?
Damn Matthew Perry dying. But it was kind of cool to see like our live reactions to tragic news, you know? And it's sad to think where your head goes because, like, I admit, when I hear Matthew Perry's dead at 54, I thought drugs,
Yeah.
you know? And
Turns out it might have been.
right, because he was taking something that was calming him down, right? So
And he's supposed to go take it at a clinic or someplace, and somehow he got his hands on it on his own and took it. Seems like he may have OD'd on it and put himself out too much and drowned.
Drowned. So
I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what happened. We're saying that, but we don't know it.
Right.
We don't know.
Early on of Friends, he was definitely the standout character to me. He was the funniest.
Me too.
I was always jealous of his hair.
and we a lot of times when we talk, when we're trying to be funny, we do a lot of his mannerisms. We use his mannerisms.
You two did a whole like memorial video.
Yeah, we did.
I just did it.
Yeah,
we were talking about Spotify. I said, "We're there.
Yeah,
That's Chandler. That's Chandler. Chandler does that."
Yeah.
So yeah, Matthew Perry.
And everything you hear about him, people loved him. He was a nice guy. He helped people, like the people who came on the show on Friends. He was one of the guys who helped them be comfortable and that kind of stuff. So it's very sad. And it seemed like he was getting his life together finally, and he was very open. He wanted to help people.
He had the book, and
then it just,
yep,
it's tragic, man. It's very tragic. Rest in peace.
A person who passed away. He wasn't in a whole lot of movies that I remember. I'm pretty sure he was in a Quentin Tarantino movie or two that I enjoyed. But what I remember most for is his guest appearance on Sunny as the trucker, Tom Sizemore. He picks up Mac on.
That's Tom Sizemore.
That's Tom Sizemore.
Yeah.
He picked Dennis and Charlie up. Trying to hitch a ride to Atlantic City.
He tells me he wants to split
I
him.
want to split you two like a coconut.
It's terrible.
It's so funny though. So,
That's not one of their best episodes, but
I thought it was pretty fun at the end.
we'll have more on Sunny. We'll have more on
It's
Sunny.
pretty funny when they're with Ryan Howard and
Just so you guys know, we love Sunny.
yeah, Sonny's a big deal for us. Some of the people that weren't a huge impact on our lives are like Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy
died?
Buffett. My dad
Yes.
loved Jimmy Buffett. Making your way again to Margaritaville.
How did I not know Jimmy Buffett died?
died.
It was pretty.
Jimmy
sudden,
Buffet.
right? It wasn't expected. Like he wasn't like sick for a long time or anything.
That I don't know. We got 5?
Very recently, Laura Lynch, who was a founding member of the Dixie Chicks.
Oh,
she just
wow.
got into a car crash. I think either a drunk driver or somebody tried to pass someone and hit her head on.
That's terrible.
Right? Jerry Springer
Oh, yeah.
passed away
Jerry
this
Springer.
year.
My favorite Jerry Springer moment isn't even a Jerry Springer moment. It's Austin Powers 2, right? When Dr. Evil and Scott go on Jerry Springer. It's so funny.
I've got your hood. I've got your hood.
My name is Scott Evil. My dad is the head of a secret evil organization.
He's all like nervous. Weird Al does a good parody of 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies. He calls it Jerry Springer.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
about
that's right.
making fun of his show. It's a really good show episode. Sinead O'Connor, big name. Obviously, unfortunately, most famous for
Political
ripping
issues.
a picture of the Pope live on TV on SNL. And Nothing Compares to You, right? That was her big song.
Yeah.
She passed away. And then into some of the names that we... are a little bit more familiar with, like Tina Turner.
Oh, Tina
She
Turner.
passed away. Yep.
Yep, Tina Turner died. I didn't love Tina Turner, but a lot of people said she was a great woman, and
Yeah, she went through a lot with her husband,
yeah.
and she fought through that, and so awesome.
Just think of Jim Carrey saying, "Put some stank on it." Is that liar, liar?
The daughter of a legend, Lisa Marie Presley, passed away.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like
Also-
we're way past 11 here, aren't we?
No, we're not past
Oh,
11.
okay.
Now this gentleman definitely had an impact on our lives in the form of entertainment. Michael Gambon,
Oh
who
yeah.
played Dumbledore,
Played
in
Dumbledore
the
in Harry Potter movies.
He passed away.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't like him as much as Richard
Harris.
but
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to him because Richard
He's-
Harris definitely had more of the old wizard. And
he set
was
he set the standard more a little bit better than Michael Gambon.
and he was calmer and talked more of a whisper.
Richard Harris is more like the Harry Potter you imagine when you read the books than Michael Gambon. is.
Right, and then Michael Gambon gets up there and Goblet of Fire, and he's like, "Okay, hey,
Right. Yeah, everybody is
dancing around.
like moonwalks. He like moonwalks.
right.
Did you put your name into the Ah!
He was good though.
What about that? Anyways, have we
What?
has anybody touched base with Tony Clifton in a while?
We haven't heard from Tony Clifton in a while.
I'll reach out to him.
I mean, that was supposed to happen in October, wasn't it?
I don't know when it was supposed to happen.
I'll reach
I
out to
mean,
him. Hopefully,
I thought Tony was working on his sideburns so he could just go.
2024. Hopefully, we'll get Tony Clifton on.
All right.
We'll make it happen.
I forgot about
I
it.
think there's one more person on this list that I haven't mentioned yet, and that is someone from one of your favorite TV shows, Miss Suzanne Summers.
Oh, yeah. She just. Oh, yeah, she did.
did.
She played Chrissy Snow on Three's Company.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and
I mean, Three's Company's. It's just. I mean, you want to talk about a show that writes itself. Three's Company was that show, but
Writes itself.
I mean, it could. It could. I mean, there's episodes of shows after they've been on TV for so long. Somebody who really loves the show could write the show
Yeah.
because you go with the same jokes. You know what I mean? And that's. I think the guys from Sunny try not to do that, and they take risks. And sometimes when you take risks, they don't work out. You know, but sometimes when you take risks, it's gold. You know. So
yeah, I mean, anything successful, I think, is.
I mean,
some
that's
kind of
why.
a risk.
That's why to me, Sunny's still. It's still good that they keep going, right? Sure, they're gonna run out of ideas eventually. They're gonna,
But they're also gonna.
But every once in a while,
They're gonna run into one.
they don't have the consistency that they used to,
Right.
right? But every once in a while, you get the gang turns black, and it's amazing, right? Or the gang goes to the water park, and
Right.
it's amazing.
I like the first 2 episodes of the most recent season.
Which were those?
Wait, is that the most recent or 2 seasons ago?
What are you talking? Tell me the episode.
Where they break down 2020?
No, that was the year before. This
Okay,
most
yeah.
recent season, I think the first one was like the gang inflates.
Oh yeah.
All right, are we done now? I feel like we had one more something else to do, but I don't remember what it was.
No, that's it.
Person of the year.
Person of the year, just say it.
Well, it was your thing. I wanted you to introduce it.
I don't know who I have other than.
Person of the year. My person of the year would be, I mean, I'm kind of against it, but Shohei Ohtani, who won the MVP. He could have won the Cy Young at one point,
How?
and
But how?
and he's making $700 million.
How can he be the person? I never even heard his name.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, that was just my nominee. Who's your nominee?
My nominee, I'm going to put up Mr. Beast.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
You've heard of him.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you
Mr.
have.
Beast is-
I mean, I guess I could go with either Cillian Murphy or Christopher Nolan, just because Oppenheimer seems so big. I mean, it got to the point where they re-released the movies.
Yeah, but that's not.
You can go back
I mean,
in
Margot
October and
Robbie
watch.
would be Margot Robbie would be a better choice for person. Anyways, none of these matter because the person of the year is, and we're going to say it. We're going to count down from 3 and say who obviously the person of the year for 2023 is, right? As far as pop culture goes.
Yep.
The person of the year, 3, 2, 1, Taylor Swift. Person of the year, Taylor Swift. It's hands down, no doubt.
That tour, I mean,
Is it still going, the Eras tour?
I think she's taking a break from it right now. She's taking like a holiday break.
Not only the tour, but the movie. She had to put the Eras tour in the movie theater,
Yeah.
too.
And then the whole,
Travis Kelce.
that
she was at the Kansas.
blowing
I mean,
up.
Travis Kelce hasn't been as good since that's come out. I mean, look at his numbers. He's not as good as he was, but I don't know what it is. Anyways, that's 2023, everybody. Keep in mind, we're doing Dick Van Dyke ratings still, right? We're going to keep those going.
Yep.
What are we looking forward to in 2024? Tony Clifton?
Hopefully Tony Clifton will stop by. I've joked about this with Jaden before. Me and you have done episodes without Jaden. Me and Jaden have done episodes without you. You guys have not done an episode without me. Maybe this is the time.
The problem is the
'Cause
studio.
Tony
The
Clifton-
studio is here at your house.
Because Tony Clifton don't like me. So get
maybe.
you two together. You guys run the show. I'll step aside so we can get a first celebrity guest. If it can't be Dick Van Dyke, it might as well be Tony Clifton, right?
Could we still use the studio though? Like, do
Yeah,
you
of
mind if we come
course.
to the
Yeah,
house?
we can come. We can come in.
Yeah, I'll either stay upstairs or I'll be somewhere. I'll go get a garbage plate.
We'll
or
get his
something.
autograph for you.
Yeah.
He
Well,
can
let's get
sign
him to call you.
He's not
Some-
going to fucking sign any autograph.
Maybe he could call
Maybe
us
I
right
could
now.
disguise myself and call in.
Yeah. Speaking of decide yourself and call in, could we get Tony to call into the show sometime?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, even if he doesn't show up, he could call.
We'll find a way to make that
He
happen.
could at least call.
He could call.
Yeah.
He could call. He could call. We could call him up next episode. We're gonna call Tony Clifton next episode.
But also coming up in 24, you mentioned that the Dick Van Dyke, we're going to do the ranking of the Dick Van Dyke show. We're going to rank every single episode of Sunny as well.
Yeah.
So
There-
he
I don't know how many
ends up
episodes.
being
It's
Sunny.
close.
I mean, in
it's
all
close.
in all
170.
likelihood, you're seeing this in 2024 right now.
True.
Yeah.
I am going to push this up ahead of the Dick Van Dyke, though, people, to kind of get this in before.
Okay. And 2024. Well, we don't. It doesn't need editing. The Dick Van Dyke Show ranking probably doesn't need much editing.
No.
But yeah, I don't know what other episodes we're going to do, but we're going to try to keep them going. We really got to pound these while Jaden's home. So we need to do at least 5 while Jaden's here.
Okay. Well, we already
Other than the rankings.
Well, we got 4 out of the way. Two, like 2 full episodes separated, kind of. But
Yeah, true. Okay. So I guess that's it.
all right. If you saw us on YouTube, look for us on
On where?
Podcasts.
wherever
Where's
you get
that?
your
Where do you get your
podcasts.
podcast?
The joke is dead.
Jaden's over it.
We just got to beat. Don't beat the dead horse.
All right. See you in 2024.
Bye.
Well, probably you already are, but you know.
Game over.
Cha-cha.